Happy midweek, everybody. Glad to glad to be in the middle of the week. That means we're a little bit closer to the weekend, which means football. Yay! And that's what we're opening up tonight. We have two breaks. Neither one of them are going to take a terribly long time. The first one is a half case of 2017 Tristar autographed mini football helmets. And the second one is a half case of 2017 Absolute Football. Both of those are the back half of a case that we started. I think the mini helmets probably were last week. The Absolute Football was last night, the first half of that case. So taking a look at first up, we have 5 2017 Tristar autograph mini football helmets. The reason I put the blue box there is because you guys know there were some Tristar mini helmets at the first of the year, so I'm just differentiating between the two there. And this is a half case break, and it is the 16th time that we have broken a 2017 Tristar autograph mini football helmet. Our eBay end date was 9/13, which is of course tonight. Our live stream schedule Wednesday 9/13 at 10:15 Eastern, which is right now. Team names are on the left, winning bidders across from it on the right-hand side. The spreadsheet will go up again before the start of the Absolute Football break. So this, of course, just the team configuration for the first break of the evening, which is the mini helmets. And guys, on the mini helmets, and this is true of anything that we do with free shipping these days, the free shipping stuff is now going to be sent approximately once a week. And that's because I've been offering more and more things with free shipping. I want to be able to keep doing that for you guys. But of course, to do that, I have to keep the costs under control. And so that means that anything with free shipping will go out about 7 days from now, which in this case is the mini helmets. Now, sometimes you will get it a little earlier, and when that happens, it's usually if you have something else already shipping out. So, you know, if you have another group of free items set to ship, maybe some more recent ones will hitch a ride with that, or if you have a paid break in the meantime that ships, some of your free items might hitch a ride and get out earlier. But if this is the one and only thing, then look for it to go out in about 7 days. Now, of course, Absolute Football, which breaks next, that's a different story because that one does have a shipping charge attached to it. So that one will go out on a different time frame than the mini helmets that have no shipping. Free shipping, I should say. Hi, Justlet. How are you? Good to see you. Oh boy, this has some potential. Okay, I saw the cowboy, and of course, you know, we have the possibility, I think, of pulling Dak and Zeke and some things like this. This particular cowboy is Bob Lilly. It's on the throwback helmet design. You can see this. All of these have these little sort of business card type things that are really just in there for information. Your main COA on this one is that little piece of paper that is down inside there with the helmet. So the first helmet out tonight for the Cowboys with the nice Hall of Famer, Bob Lilly. Hi, Robs71 Nova. How are you? Next out, Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals. Hey, there's one I haven't seen. I don't think we've pulled him before. Matthew. I don't remember seeing him on a mini helmet or even a full-size helmet. So that's a pretty cool little hit for the Cardinals. And again, you'll see your main certificate of authenticity is down there inside the helmet. Just out of curiosity, I want to see what this was signed. Yeah, see, some of these have date codes on the bottom. And the camera's on autofocus, so it's not wanting to show up very well. But the date code on that is November 2012. So he signed it, I guess, gosh, right before, wasn't he in the 2013? I thought he was in the 2013 draft. So it must mean that the helmet was produced in 2012, not necessarily when he signed it, I guess. Cleveland Browns with a little Ozzie Newsome. That's a nice one as well. One I don't pull out of here very often. So the Browns with a nice hit. And the COA for this one is, I don't know. I don't see one. There's no card in there for it. So it must be this little sticker here on the back that has a number and some kind of hologram information on it. So I'm going to assume that is going to serve as your COA for the Browns Ozzie Newsome, because there's not another one tucked in there. Yeah, you know what? You are prophetic, Robs, because you tell me that I always treat you well with the Bills, and look what I have for you. A Buffalo Bills throwback helmet, Andre Reed. So you called that, my friend. Called that right before we hit it. So nice little Andre Reed again on the throwback design for the Buffalo Bills. And this looks kind of the same as our Ozzie for the Browns in that it seems to have a sticker on it with some hologram information, which I guess is going to serve as your COA because there is no other paperwork included with Andre Reed there. And our fifth and final coming out tonight is for the 49ers. And it is Fred Dean. And again on a throwback helmet design. So there is Mr. Fred Dean for the San Francisco 49ers. And much like our others, I believe that your COA is the little sticker with the hologram there on the back. So let's recap our mini helmets and then we'll move on to Absolute Football. So we have the Fred Dean for the San Francisco 49ers. And I'm putting these back in the boxes as we go along, so bear with me. Takes me a second to get that done. Then the Ozzie Newsome for the Cleveland Browns is the second one. For the Dallas Cowboys, the nice Hall of Famer Bob Lilly on the throwback design. For the Cardinals, the Tyrann Mathieu. I don't know if it's ow or ooh. I think it's Mathieu, but you guys know I'm horrible with pronouncing the names. But I guess it doesn't matter how I pronounce it as long as you get it, right? I think that's the most important part. And then our fifth and final out of this half case was Andre Reed for the Buffalo Bills. So, guys, we have one more case of the blue box Tristar helmets. So, I think the first half of that case may already be listed in a break. If it's not, it will go up soon. And then we'll have one, so we've got one full case left. So we'll have two more breaks with the blue box and a half case. Unless I decide to take that other half as and do them as single boxes. But I don't really think I will. I think I'll probably keep them as the half case. And just do two more breaks with them. So that's going to bring us next to our 2017 Absolute Football, and this is also a half case. This is 5 boxes, and it is the back half of the case that we started last night, I think it was. So again, 5 boxes, 2017 Panini Absolute Football, half case, break number 4. And of course our end date and live stream schedule you see there, and we'll buzz down through here, give you all a chance to see your name in lights next to your team. And then we'll start busting into some of this fun stuff. So far, we've had really good luck with Absolute in that we've pulled some quite nice things out of it. Of course, I think it's hard not to pull nice stuff out of Absolute, you know? I mean, it's pretty good card series. And I'll tell you, one other thing we're going to do here is I am going to take the camera off of autofocus and adjust that focus just a little bit, so that we can take a look at the cards up closer. I know that puts the background out of focus when I do that, but it should put the foreground in a tighter focus so that we can look at our cards a little more closely as we pull them. And I do that most every break, so if you guys ever, you know, after I've done that, if you guys ever think it looks out of focus or weird on your end or something, of course let me know. and I can adjust it again. My vision is a little dicey. I had some eye surgery several years ago that did not go quite right, so my vision is not always 100%. So sometimes something may look blurry to me that looks fine to you, or, you know, vice versa. So I'm just throwing that out there. When we get to opening the cards, if anything ever looks out of focus, jump into chat and let me know, and I'll fix it again. Dodge NT8, yes, indeed. Good luck to everybody. And Just Let is looking for some Cowboys. And this stuff, guys, that we're opening right now, this Absolute Football, you know, some of you, many of you, maybe not all of you, know that I did have a death in the family last week, which then has subsequently put my shipping behind, so I am still catching up on that. However, I didn't schedule any breaks to end for the next 2 nights, Thursday night or Friday night. So I believe by Saturday, I hope, knock wood, have everything all caught up again and back on a normal schedule. So assuming that that holds true, I expect that what we're opening tonight will probably go out on Monday, most likely. And again, you know, if anything goes, if I'm lucky and I get shipping done faster than I think I'm going to over the next couple of days, then it might go out before that. If I'm unlucky and something else weird happens and I end up not getting fully caught up, you could possibly scoot a day later. But right now, I think that Absolute will probably head out the door on Monday. That's my hope. That's my expectation, anyway. And man, do they use a lot of packaging for Absolute Football. And we've talked about this before. Like, I know why they do it. It's so that the, you know, the hobby shops, the card stores, can sell the individual little mini boxes as opposed to having to try and sell the whole, you know, $120 whatever box. They can sell the little mini boxes for less, but it is a lot of packaging to have to open. And really, I mean, even if you're buying it, the little mini box at the hobby shop, you're still paying probably $40 to get the one mini box with 5 cards in it. So I mean, they don't have the hits coming cheap anyway. Of course, Spectra Football came out today, and I just now have some of that listed, so it's going to end on Monday night. And of course, we'll have more than one break, but again, I had to take some nights off, you know, just to try to get caught up with everything after the other situation got me behind. Heritage High Number Baseball came out today as well. And I think the first break of that maybe is scheduled for Sunday night or Saturday night. I don't know, soon anyway. We're going to find a bunch of these little advertising cards. They're Blitz on one side, and they're this 18% off the NFL shop on the other side. If anyone wants that 18% off, let me know. I'll send you a code for it. Of course, as I've said many times, that NFL shop is so expensive, 18% doesn't really help much. But if you want one, I will type one out for you. That is to $4.99 on the TJ Watt for my Pittsburgh Steelers. David Summers is looking for Kamara Premier Auto. Okay, well, that's out in the universe for you, man. Let's see if we can find it. First up, Eddie George for the Titans. That is numbered to 25, and it is a sticker auto. It is number 2 of 25. Excuse me, 2 of 25. And, you know, I do see some little white spots down here on some corners and edges. And again, unfortunately, part of it come out of the pack that way with shipping and issues often. There is a little Carson Wentz 225, and that is a nice big piece of material right there. And maybe, I don't know, probably part of a number, I'm guessing, on the Carson Wentz jersey, and I guess that's part of the card design. Wasn't sure what that was there for a second. That is going to be another one of our advertising cards. This one is Panini Kid Reporter, and if anybody has a kid that they want to enter into that contest, again, send me a message through eBay Messages, and I will type you out some codes for that. That is an Adrian Peterson insert for the flashbacks insert. First hit out for the Falcons, Mohamed Sanu /99. Next out for the Saints, a little Michael Thomas Tools of the Trade /99. Some fabric hits there. I was trying to get a better look at that one. That I don't know if that's a seam or what that is, but that's at least the second one. You may not be able to tell from the camera, but the second one has a little pattern or something, maybe a seam in that other piece of material. It's a little more interesting than the one on the left anyway. There is Smith /100 for the Titans. And there's Brad Kaya /499 for the Lions. And our rookie premier is this Darbaugh again? Yep, Amara Darbaugh /299. You've got materials on the left and right, the football piece of the football in the middle. And again, you know, I do definitely see some chipping and things on the corners and edges, and definitely something going on up here in the upper left corner. Hopefully you can see that. That's actually got like a little crease or bend or something in that upper left corner there. That's even beyond the normal chipping and things that you would expect to see on these. But Amara Darbaugh, man, that guy comes out of everything I opened for 2017. Then we have, whoops, my screen's about to die. We have another advertising card, and that is /499 on the Joe Namath. Hey, a little Earl Campbell. And of course, you guys see that has the Oilers on there, and it is numbered /225. Any card that we pull for the Oilers goes to the Tennessee Titans, and that is because the card stays with the franchise. This is Russell Wilson /25. That's a really nice piece of material. There on the Russell Wilson 3-color, nice big piece of material. So the Oilers became the, you know, they moved, and then they were called the Tennessee Oilers, and then they renamed themselves again to the Tennessee Titans. So that's why anything you see for an Oilers team, an Oilers card, will always go to the current Titans. David, I don't imagine that that is the material that was on that. I'm not, it looks like a seam of some sort, but that is an interesting guess. This is /499 for the Rams. And we'll go ahead and there's our Joe Flacco /100. And then we have a rookie premiere for Mike Williams /149 for the Chargers. Again, materials on the left and right, ball in the middle, sticker auto, and our usual suspects of kind of chipping and stuff around the edges. Ray Lewis /499 for the Ravens. Mike Vrabel for the Patriots /99. There's a blast from the past. And a little Corey Coleman for the Browns /99. And that piece of material, that one's kind of boring. It's just all brown. There's no second color in it. I mean, still good to have a hit. Everybody likes to have a hit. But I just like it when they give us 2 colors on our jerseys and things. Insert for the Lions, Eric Ebron. For the Raiders, DeAndre Washington /99. And, you know, same as the others, I definitely see some little white areas of chipping and things at most of your corners. Tools of the trade, Kelvin Benjamin /25 for the Panthers. And 2 of those are at least dual color material. No autograph on that one, though, just materials. Oh, we've got a little 1-of-1 printing plate out here for the Rams, Todd Gurley. And that is the black plate from Absolute. So I know sometimes you guys, you know, you don't get too jazzed up about the printing plates, but I like anything that is a 1-of-1. I think it's pretty cool. Jamal Adams /499 for the Jets. Oh, how happy are the Texans right now? There's a little Deshaun Watson /99. Going to be your starter this weekend. We'll see how he holds up. Patch on both the left and the right, 2 colors, and a nice piece of the football in the middle there. And again, unfortunately, I do see some little white edges and corners indicative of some chipping, but not anything terrible. But it's not a 10 for sure. But really, nothing, hardly anything comes out as a 10, let's be honest. Tyrod Taylor, Amari Cooper. Corey Davis is our insert for the Titans. For the Redskins, Henry Ellard, and that one is /99. No, I thought for a minute that was an on-card auto, but it tricked me. It is just a sticker auto. Oh, nice looking card for the Bengals. It is numbered /99, Jeremy Hill. And 2 of the, of course, the piece of the football and a dual colored patch there, and then the single white on the bottom. But I still think that's a very nice looking card for the Bengals. Ken Stabler, I think that says /499 for the Raiders. And our hit for the Cowboys, Rayfield Wright. Wow. Now there's one you do not really see. I mean, when's the last time you saw Rayfield Wright pulled out of anything? So Cowboys, cool little hit for you there. Zay Jones /99 for the Buffalo Bills. XPL I do, generally I will do National Treasures. Sometimes, like with basketball this past year, I was only able to get, I think, gosh, I only have 1 case or did I have 2? I didn't have a lot. So it kind of depends on how much they will let me have. But, yeah, I mean, I would anticipate doing it. Of course, that's a ways away yet. But we have Spectra coming up. Spectra's already listed. That's our next high-end one, came out today. I just don't have it listed yet. Well, I do have it listed, but it doesn't break till Monday night. The first one. Ezekiel Elliott insert for the Cowboys. Artavis Scott for the Chargers, numbered /325. And this looks like a nice, that is a nice little hit right there for the Colts. Numbered /10. You have Peyton Manning and Edgerrin James. I'm sure these are going to be game used. Yeah, game worn materials. And it's always nice to pull a little Peyton Manning material. Numbered /10, quite nice. And of course, like the others, with little bits of chipping and things along the edges. Well, XPL, I should back up. If you mean collegiate, National Treasures collegiate, I don't usually do National Treasures collegiate, so I should back up and say that. I will do the normal National Treasures, but the collegiate I don't typically do. I should have asked you which one you meant, sorry. Marvin Harrison /499 for the Colts. Mark Gastineau for the Jets. There's another one you don't pull very often. It is numbered to 99 on the Gastineau. And Cowboys, look at that. That is numbered to 28. That's Zeke, of course, and that's quite an impressive piece of material right there. That is really cool. So I expect that Cowboys are probably pretty happy with that little hit. It's a nice one. XPL, if Peyton Manning, you know, on the other card that you're referencing, he's clearly indicated as a Colt on there. If he were indicated as a Bronco, then yes, it would go to the Broncos. But you know, most of these sets, they'll jump back and forth, you know. I mean, usually within a set they're on the same team, but Panini might have him as a Bronco on one checklist and as a Colt on another, so it always is going to go to whatever team is seen on the card. And this is for the Rams. Johnny Hecker is the insert. A little rookie reflex Elijah Hood, Raiders to 325. Another nice team tandem card. This one for the Rams, numbered to 25. And you have Jared Goff and Todd Gurley on that one. We're winding down. We've got 2 packs left, so if we haven't found what you're looking for yet, here's hoping we pull it for you now. John Riggins to 100 for the Redskins. Jordy Nelson, Adrian Peterson, of course, Saints. Adoree Jackson to 499 for the Titans. And our rookie premier, Davis Webb, to 299 for the Giants. Football in the middle and materials on the left and right. Last one. Whoops, I meant to stack the rookie premiers separate for the recap, but I think I may have mixed them in. It doesn't really matter. We're going to look at them all anyway. I just kind of mentally sort them out so we can look at them in groups, and sometimes I mess up and stack them wrong. John Riggins again, this one to 499, and rookie premier Davis Webb again. So someone did a really terrible job with their randomization because there's Davis Webb once again. Although that makes the Giants happy. So the Giants aren't complaining for sure. Bruce Smith to 100 for the Bills. All right, guys, so let's recap. These are our numbered cards and our inserts. All of these pattern inserts, they're not numbered, but I just set them aside with our numbered cards so that we could recap them separately from our base. Then we have these are all sticker autos. We'll just buzz through these here. And if anybody ever wants a one-touch for anything that's pulled in one of my breaks, send me a message by way of eBay, and I will always take care of that for you at my cost plus the PayPal fees. Generally runs about $3 a case by the time you buy the case and have the PayPal fees accounted for. Sometimes unusual sizes and things might be a little more, but mostly it's about that. There's our 1-of-1 printing plate, Todd Gurley for the Rams. Then we will recap our materials here. Some nice materials hits as a whole. And of course the Peyton Manning to 10. And the Zeke, very nice hit for Zeke to 28. I'm not even sure what part of the uniform that's from. But it's nice. Of course, that's part of the thing of Absolute. I guess originally this set was called many years ago Absolute Memorabilia, right? If I'm remembering correctly. So it's always been known for having nice memorabilia hits. Oh, is that part of the shoe? Okay. I don't know why I didn't recognize that. Thanks, David. I think my head sometimes goes into, I don't know what. It just doesn't process for some reason. I'm so used to seeing the same thing, piece of material, piece of the ball. I had to look at that a minute, and I'm like, I know that's not, it doesn't look like part of the uniform. I mean, part of the jersey, but I couldn't process in my head what it was. So thank you for clarifying. It's part of the shoe. Rookie Premier Davis Webb. Another Rookie Premier Davis Webb. Nice little Deshaun Watson. Mike Williams. Do have one case of Absolute left, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to list it as a full case or if I'm going to list it as 2 half case breaks again. So one more case of Absolute will show up in one configuration or another sometime in the next few days. Of course, Spectra and Heritage High Number Baseball, and I don't know, there's some other new stuff's come out too that'll show up pretty soon. So as always, guys, I thank you so much for breaking with me, bidding with me, keeping me company in chat and all that stuff. I am not live breaking Thursday night or Friday night to get caught up on some things after the death in the family last week, and then we'll be right back at it on Saturday night. So I hope that I will see you again then. In the meantime, have a great rest of your week, and we will see you again soon. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.